Oh, but I think this is I think it looks like McCullough, but I can't be McCullough. This is a private though. That looks like my man Gerard. That looks just like Gerard down there. But yo, yeah, they keep starting trouble with your boy. They hate you, yo. They be so jealous, yo. Y'all know, well, we see you every day since last year. And you just can't avoid it. I just gotta wait for Father to rapture us up out of here. You know what I mean? I can't take this no more. I'm serious, yo. If you ever heard me say I hate my dad, it's for this reason alone. But a couple people got that sentenced to the lake of fire today, so that's good. Um, and yeah, like I said, it's gonna be people in the lake of fire in 100 million eons from now for shit they did today. I don't give a fuck. If I get mad, I told you I'm God. My wrath is quickly kindled. I command it; it has to be fulfilled. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's no food or water in the lake of fire. Nope. Just it starts off at 100 billion degrees. I'm sorry. I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you. I don't think that. You keep saying shit to me. Starting stuff and talking to me. I'm not worried about that, man. You need to watch your God. Yo, I swear, yo, this is hilarious, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna do all that when I get home. That's why I wanted to say I'm hella proud of the work of my hand. Talks about Jensen of my rolling 60s over criminals. I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to threaten them with that. But I wanted to say this last time. Y'all could see it. That I was about to start saying something that I was proud of. The work of my hand with that alliance between the 60s and Hoovers. I just gotta that like I look at that. That's that whole club one. Even though I'm club two when it's on the red team, you feel me? Even though I'm on the red team, you feel me? The club one, that's my baby. Because you see how I'm carefully crafting the Crips together. That's why I told them, yo, stop playing with the nigga, bro. Cause the nigga really do right. You feel me? The Crips leaders, if you really care about the young homies, and you know Jesus is here, you're gonna give them a 6 star. That's what they did. Say, okay, take the 6 though, because I don't want to be responsible for people going to hell if they're not listening, they're not cooperating on the Crip side. So and I also want to thank the Rolling 60s for agreeing to that alliance with us as Fruittown Pyru, because that really helped us really get Rolling 60s Hoover criminals back. Because we had to fix that Hoover thing. Now the same thing with there's a difference. So the Hoovers they have a leader, and he gives it's like they do drafts. They get a new set somewhere, and then the leaders find out that they're doing good, and they'll ban the leaders. They're not trying to do nothing to fuck up, but then they keep switching things around. So then five deuce Hoovers become 5'9" criminals. So they're outlaws basically. So that means if you see them, that's what they want people to do. But no, people got to understand that there's life and us as human beings before that. But some people don't not only got value human life. It's one thing you cannot value human life and not seek to take people's lives. That exists. That can coexist. But no, there's a thing where people just want to have organized structural killing amongst each other back and forth. They don't want to bring peace. So you know, that's what I was explaining with the Blue Devils. No, they're Blue Devils. Yeah, that's just one of the names. He said that was supposed to get me hurt that day. I know that. Blue Devils. They're just like the red and the green ones, but they have a different property to them. They like to stay in house. They don't do none of the rah rah rah. Yeah, they need to be clicked up. The red devils, the green devils, and the blue devils. If they were all working together on teams, it could have been bad. But they don't have enough loyalty for anyone else but themselves. That's the thing with the Freemasons. Yeah, well, there was no way they were going to stop my father and I from concluding everything and then going to heaven. And they knew that. However, when they really take a deep dive thought into it, if they, even as a group, all have their own selfish ambitions, never going to complete what they need to do as a team. They can't put the priority stuff, it's priority stuff. They can't handle that if it's going to benefit someone in their own group, and if they feel like it benefits them more. They're not going to do it. So there's no loyalty even in the Freemasons. Because, well, this Freemason and that Freemason and that Freemason and that Freemason, they would like to be Jesus themselves. So when it comes down to it, they're just not going to succeed. They're just not going to succeed. So that's what I'm saying with that. And as far as the five deuce and the 5-9 goes, I don't want to get too much into it on the bus. I'll wait till I get home. But yeah, things spark off, and tell me, is if we're talking discussing racial slurs, of course, and somebody says nigger whipper cracker, that's racist, right? So I blew off the handles. I already sent this dude to the lake of fire though for the rest of eternity. Yeah, my roommate and Mr. Ron, they both going to the lake of fire for the rest of eternity. And the girl over here with the pink. It's a commandment. So yeah, that's why I say I don't do violence. I just decide if you go to heaven or hell. Yeah, I'll give you a sentence. That's it. The pre-tribulation rapture. There is going to be a pre-tribulation rapture. And as you can see, if you noticed that the 7-year tribulation is about to start, because there are people working and they're not getting money for it. They're coming home with food. They're coming home with little peppers and vegetables. That's because the 7-year tribulation is about to start. Now, and then she probably has a mark of the beast, or an RFID chip, to where as though they track all your currency digitally with digital currency tracker, a digital currency tracker. They're going to be able to see. That's why you won't be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Okay. Now, Trump leaving the office. Trump is a noise that a trumpet makes. So they're like, all right, so what's the last Trump? Well, the Bible does speak in ripple effects. So the Trump is Donald Trump. He's the best president we have since probably Bill Clinton. Yeah, since Bill Clinton. Let me see. Barack Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton. So that was our last. That's the guy. Well, now y'all see how it works. They had to get Trump out the office. That nigga really gives a fuck. That nigga really was trying to. I remember working for TGI Fridays, and I remember thinking, yo, the economy is doing good. People are spending all this money just at Fridays. Yes. He wished. Barack Obama is terrible. Donald Trump really gave a fuck. So they had to get him out the office. So if you're actually doing a good job by the people's standard, whether they are able to identify it or not, they are still going to remove you. And white and black is not a thing, as you can see. It wasn't nothing about it. They didn't say, oh, well, he's white, well, he can do what he wants. J.F. Kennedy was another one. He said he wanted his Americans to be free and independent. And they weren't having that one, right? So that's the world that we're in. And as someone like me trying to, bring a little bit of peace, because the 7-year tribulation is going to be nasty, I have literally learned that there are people that would rather keep living in violence. And not just people who are outside the violence. No, people in the hoods. They don't want it to change. They don't want things to get better. So it's at this point, I get it. You either a seed of Satan or you a seed of God. You ever heard that cliche? Well, Satan wanted to mix the seeds with God's. That's not going to work. Satan wanted to combine the seeds. That's not going to work. However, you as a Christian family, you probably know a couple seeds of Satan that was placed in your life by my Father, the Most High. He does all that. You didn't conceive a seed of Satan yourself. That's placed by my Father. So that was Satan's way of mixing the seeds with the seeds of the children of God. And the obvious behavior of a seed of Satan, it just can't be denied. So that scripture that says something, your father, the devil, is literally talking to seeds of Satan. And yeah, if you read Revelation 20:10, and the devil who deceived them was be thrown into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet, they will be tormented there day and night forever and ever. That has to be fulfilled. It's in the Bible scriptures. So yes, like I said, if you think that you won't be self-aware in the lake of fire, you're sadly mistaken. You will be completely self-aware in the lake of fire. Like as if you just woke out of bed, and then I can guarantee you won't be able to go back to sleep. You're going to be hungry, tired, sleepy, and probably extremely frustrated. And like I said, you don't get out. You only get one existence. There's no foreign creator somewhere to say, hey, can you get us out of this? Or I'm going to get you out of this. No, you look through your eyes. You see how you like looking through your eyes? That's the one. That's the one you get. You only get one. Now I decide where you will be looking out your eyes in heaven or on the lake of fire. And like I said, and that is a commandment. I'm a law. How many people can't nobody tell you that they're a law? All right, and then I tell you, well, I'm Jesus, and well, technically, I'm God. I'm God from the Old Testament. So when it says my wrath is quickly kindled in Proverbs, it means it. So once I get that angry and I set that commandment to the Holy Spirit, that has to be fulfilled like a Bible prophecy. And that Bible prophecy, for example, is why I'm sitting right here in your face right now. How ironic is that? So yeah, I just had to break that down real quick. And yeah, that was a racial slur. Totally. I know it was because I knew the context in which we were talking. Yeah. But I don't even worry about that. I don't worry about that. Yeah, she's been an attorney in Lake of Fire too. And Aunt Tawanda, I'm sure Miss Tawanda, yeah, she's ready for you. She's ready to talk to you. No, that's actually not what I said. That's not what I said. I was talking about me and his. I was saying the difference. I wasn't really thinking about you. Actually, I was just really thinking about me and him. I just so happened to ask you. I wasn't really thinking about you like that. I apologize. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about you like that. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. It is. It is. But yeah, you got that sentence to the lake of fire by law too, by the way. So yeah, there's that. Yes, man. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I heard a racial joke and I kind of got off. A nigger cracker whipper. I'm sorry. I went off on that. I'm sorry. Yep. Yeah, she got that sentence to the legal fire too. Yeah, look. They got to spend a turn in the legal fire regardless. They can put me out if they want. I'll be alright. I've been through worse. And like I said, nobody can tell you they're a law. People are scared to write I'm a law. Alright? The Muslims they say we love you Allah, but please don't go to Juma. I respect that. I'm sorry. I feel like we live rent free on white people's minds sometimes. So when they say little shit like that, I'm like, oh, all right. So yeah, you one of them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna go live later. I'm still on this bus. Yeah, Miss Tawanda, she's watching my live. So yeah, she's expecting that.